It's Tuesday. Let's go down to the mailbox and see what's going on. So yesterday was a snowstorm. We got about 10 to 15 centimeters of snow. And then today's been a bit of a cleanup. But work's been busy, mail's been picking up. Ooh, well, I slip and fall here, that wouldn't be good. But I'm only in sandals because I'm only going to the mailbox. No mail today. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Time to check the mail out again. It's Wednesday, and there is a bit of an update. Tuesday, I went to check the mail, and I said there wasn't anything. But really, I had 2 cards in there. The reason I didn't know that is because I went too early. The mail hadn't arrived yet when I checked the mail. So, we're hoping it's not going to be the same thing today, but here we go. Head down to the mailbox and check. I'm heading out through the garage. Still snow on the ground. You can hear the ice cracking beneath my feet. Trying not to slip today. Yesterday I came out in sandals and that wasn't a good idea. Nothing in there. So either today I really don't have any mail, or once again the mailman is running behind, and no fault to him. It's been very busy, so it's possible that mail is going to be a little later than normal this week and maybe for the next few weeks. So I will check again and keep you posted if I get anything. For right now, nothing today. Thursday, let's go check the mailbox. Let's all go to the mailbox. Let's all go to the mailbox. How are you guys doing? Are you having a good week? We have a little bit of rain today, which is washing away some of this white stuff. There's stuff in here. All right, I'll talk to you tomorrow. All right, it's Friday. We're at week's end for the mail. Looked like the postal truck just left, so we're gonna head down to the mailbox. It has been raining a little bit, so you can see the snow is disappearing. There's not as much snow to build a snowman anymore. Do you want to build a snowman? Check the mailbox. I see mail. All right, we'll check it out. Be back in a minute. Hey, welcome back to That Dad Guy. It is December, so we are just 3 weeks away from Christmas here, and things are getting busy, but mail is still coming in, which is great. And I want to thank you for subscribing, liking, and commenting. And if you're new to the channel, you know what to do at the end. If you enjoy it, subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any videos that I put out, whether they're post-crossing or otherwise. So let's get to it. This week, all this mail came in, and all of it is either a direct swap or just people being generous and sending me cards. So I've got some special thank yous going out to the Irish postal system, and I'll tell you why in a minute. And let's just get to it here. I'm going to start with this card. So this is a very funny card to me, this goat and going to see these people. It comes from Nina in Alberta, who's originally from Russia. And you can see this nice stamp of the beaver with the flag. It's a caricature stamp from editorial cartoon. And so I just want to let you hear about this. This is back in Moscow. And she said she had this card, and it's from a domestic goat at the Moscow Zoo veterinary clinic in 1961. So you can see the vets are looking after the animals at the zoo, and this goat is going in to see and say hello. Now, I want to do this. Nina is a very talented artist, and when I first saw this, I thought it was a sticker, but she actually drew that goat freehand. She's done a fabulous job. I'd show you more, but it goes up into my address, but I'll show you. There you go. So thank you so much, Nina. Thank you for reaching out to do a swap and to agreeing to a swap. Hopefully you get my card and enjoy it as much as I enjoy yours. And if you ever want to swap in the future, I'd be glad to. The next one came in an envelope. Look at that. It's got a hedgehog sticker. It's from Finland. It's from Maria Nimala. So she has been a very strong supporter of the channel, and she's helped out sending me pictures for the mailboxes, for the mailbox videos, the first one, and then now the current one. And then she asked if I would love to do a swap, and I did. I did want to do a swap. And she actually sent me 2 cards in the same envelope. So the first one is this nice Christmas card with Santa being pulled by one of his reindeer. And he said this is from northern Finland, and it's Santa's village. And I won't even attempt to pronounce it. I'm sure those of you, all right, I'm going to pretend. Rovaniemini. And she went there 3 years ago. She says it's -4 this morning there, a bit cold. We've had weather like that this week. It's been -4. Today was 6 degrees, so it's up and down, and the snow we have is starting to melt. So thank you so much for that card. And here's the second one she sent me. Little boy playing hockey. The scene we see all too well here in Canada as well. Finland is another great hockey country, and so yeah, so it's fun. It says Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, Maria. So hopefully these all find you well, and the card that I sent you, you enjoy. Love the swap and love the hedgehog sticker. Polo would agree. Now the next one comes from Japan. Comes in a nice envelope like that. Look at those stamps. This is from Yoko. And she sent me 2 things actually. She sent me this, and she sent me a card all by itself. But first of all, she sent me this card because she thought this one would be specific and special for me, and it is. Japanese mailbox. So the number of mailboxes installed in 62 places in 1871, when the postal system first began, increased from about 500 to the end of June in 1875. Except during the post-Pacific War period, about 181,523 are out there now. So there you go. In 1982, the black mailbox became popular, but it was changed to a red mailbox because the public bathroom was black at the time, and there were a few street lights, and at the time, so they couldn't see at night. There you go. So some people may have thought that this was a bathroom, and when it was black, because the washrooms at the time were also black. And without any street lights, I couldn't tell the difference. And maybe if they'd had a few things to drink, that might not have helped either, if it was late at night. There's a little bit of washi tape at the bottom. So thank you, Yoko, for that. And with it, she went to the Japanese Postal Museum. So she sent me this brochure because she knew about the obsession with mailboxes. And here it has all the different types of mailboxes that they had and the years they came out. So although I don't read Japanese, I can see that says 1901, so that would be what the mailbox looked like in 1901, and then I went to that in 1908, and then 1910, and so on. All the numbers are right there alongside, so that's great. And I'm assuming, if I went through Google Translate, I probably could see that this probably was the individual who was responsible for the Japanese postal system. Some other things that have to do with the Japanese postal system. So that's the Postal Museum in Japan. So thank you, Yoko, for that. It goes along well with the postcard of the mailbox. And then she also sent me this beautiful card of Mount Fuji. So the sunrise. And she said that on New Year's Day, there is a flight you can take over Mount Fuji. It's a chartered flight dedicated towards the worshiping of the first sunrise from the sky. After watching the first sunrise, it'll be a round-trip flight back to the airport. She's actually climbed Mount Fuji twice, and the sunrise, she said, was awesome. And on the back, look at the stamp. Another post box stamp. It's fantastic. A little sticker of Mount Fuji and some washi tape. So thank you, Yoko. That is a beautiful card. Beautiful experiences you've had climbing Mount Fuji, having the pleasure of seeing it on a regular basis. You know, it's probably an amazing flight to be able to, in the first thing in the morning on New Year's Day, to fly up, see the sunrise over the mountain, and then return to the airport. Brings lots of good luck, I am sure. Now, so those are 3 people that direct swapped. The next one, if you've watched any of the videos lately, you've seen that I have a gentleman named Ross who sends me cards. Ross is my brother's best friend, and he is fortunate enough to travel with work and travels around the world, and so he has now added me onto his list of people to send postcards to when he's away. So he sent me the rest of the postcards I received this week. So 8 postcards came from Ross. And this is where I want to do a shout out to the Irish postal system. They were so kind when Ross was in Ireland. He sent me a few cards, which we're going to see here in a minute. And when he got to England after his time there, he realized he had a few extra stamps in his possession that maybe he shouldn't have. So what he had actually done is he'd written the postcards to me, popped them in a mailbox, got on a plane, and flew to his next destination. Forgot to put stamps on them. So he sent me a message saying, listen, I sent you these cards, and unfortunately I didn't put any stamps on them. So I said, well, probably not going to see those cards, but they sent them anyways. The postal system was fantastic. Here, I'm going to show you without showing you the card first. It's got no stamp on it. They just canceled it and sent it on. So all the cards he sent me came for free generosity of the Irish postal system. So thank you so much for letting these pass and not sending them off to dead mail, where anything that doesn't have paid postage and doesn't have a return address ends up going. They were kind enough to send. So let me show you what he actually sent. First is the Spire in Dublin. It's Gaelic for pointy, he says. I'm not sure that's true, but he sends lots of interesting comments on the back of his cards, and we both maybe say some things that aren't true to each other. So Spire, and it does look very pointy though. That's the first one from Ross. The second one is this one here of the Guinness factory in Dublin. He did not get to go to it on this trip, but I'm sure he's been there before. So there you go. I'd show you the back for stamps, but there isn't any stamps, so you might as well just see the front. And there's the gate at the Guinness brewery. And here he managed to stop and get a pint. So there's a pub in Ireland and a nice Guinness in the front. So you get an idea of what maybe local culture is like. And he was maybe was enjoying some of the local delicacies. The last one he says is Ireland is known for its green scenery, but actually it's quite colorful. So here you go. Here we've got some sheep that are all different colors, and I'm sure it's like this in the wild all the time in Ireland. Yeah, all these sheep are all these different colors. Don't see anything wrong with that, do you? It would be quite interesting to go by a field and see all the sheep in like an Easter colored packet. So there you go. And then from there, he started sending me cards from Germany. So this is Neinberg. Nice picturesque spot on a little lake. It's got a stamp on the back. He remembered this time to put a stamp on it. And the German postal system honored it and sent it. The next one is a Neinberg as well. And it says it's Europe's most beautiful weekly market. And he says, it must be true because it's on a postcard and the mail police would get you if you lied on it. So I'm glad he translated it to say that it's Europe's most beautiful weekly market. I'm assuming that's what this says down here. And there you go. And you gotta love the architecture. Beautiful German architecture. And the same stamp that was on the previous postcard, which you'll find out is the same stamp on all the postcards. So the next one is Munich. Townscape. Munich, you get a lovely clock tower there. Some people down in the town square. Yeah, beautiful city. And once again, the stamp. And the last one from Ross is also from Munich. As you can see, there's the stamp. And he says, this is another picturesque scenescape that you would see as you walk through Munich. And so he sent me this postcard. Maybe a few So thank you, Ross, for all the scenery that you saw along your trip. And hopefully it was a good business trip and you got lots done. So that is my week. 13 cards came in, 8 of them from Ross. Thank you. Every week is a new adventure. I don't know what's going to be out at the mailbox and who's going to be sending me stuff. So I want to thank everyone who does. If you're still interested in swaps, reach out to me and we'll get things going. The more swaps I have, I guess, sending out means the more mail I have coming in that I can show you. So I'd be happy to do that. On Postcrossing, I've got 4 that have now reached their destination, so I have 4 cards I can send out. So I'm hoping this weekend I can write a few cards and get those out. And until then, we're going to keep jingling along and enjoying the week. So hopefully you guys are all having a great time. I look forward to your comments and stay safe. What, Polo? You say like, subscribe, share, and tell all your friends?
Who's a good boy? Who's a good boy?